So far in this series, we've seen Superman fight for love, honor, and the entire planet. But in Superman 3, he fights himself?
Come on, you can't! Come on! Come on! Come on!
Released in 1983, this movie is infamous, and for good reason. It's a wild tonal shift, it's slapstick comedy, and it's chaos and one of the boldest Superman ideas ever put to screen. Welcome back to The Last Son of Krypton, and today we're flying into the bizarre, broken, and unexpectedly brilliant moments of Superman 3. After the critical success of Superman 2, producers, the Salkinds, took the franchise in a drastically different direction. Richard Donner was now long gone. Richard Lester, who directed much of Superman 2's theatrical cut, was fully in charge now. And Lester leaned hard at just humorous moments. I'm talking full-on slapstick. From the opening credits, which feels like a Looney Tunes sketch, you know that this movie is going to be different. Enter Gus Gorman, played by Richard Pryor, a down-on-his-luck guy who accidentally discovers that he's a computer genius. Yes, that's right. Within minutes, he's hacking into payroll systems, rewriting satellite weather, and working for a cartoonish billionaire named Ross Webster. Think of him like a Lex Luthor light, with a ski resort and a plan to dominate the world using coffee, oil, and satellites. I wish I was joking. Pryor's funny, there's no denying his charisma, but he's in the wrong movie. He feels like he stumbled in from an SNL sketch while Superman's dealing with real existential stakes. Now here's the twist. Despite all the camp, Superman 3 gives us one of the most compelling character arcs in the entire franchise because Webster's team creates synthetic kryptonite, but the formula is incomplete, and this results in, instead of killing Superman, corrupting him. This leads to one of the best sequences in any Superman film period, and that is the evil Superman, because he stops saving people, he drinks, he causes oil spills, and he straight up flicks peanuts through bar mirrors like he's in a saloon shootout. But the peak is where Superman fights Clark Kent in a junkyard. It's raw, symbolic, and it's Superman's internal war being a physical manifestation of guilt, ego, and redemption. It might seem silly on paper, but Reeve sells it. His performance is incredible. You believe both sides, and when Clark finally triumphs, it's like watching Superman reborn. Unfortunately, the film crashes back into cartoon land, and the third act involves Superman battling a giant supercomputer built by Gus, one that becomes sentient, shoots lasers, and turns a woman into a terrifying 80s cyborg. It's wild, weird, and it's a lot. It's a lot. But it ends predictably. Superman uses brains and brawn to save the day, Gus redeems himself, Ross Webster's arrested, and the world is safe again. Superman 3 has an identity crisis for sure. It doesn't know if it's a parody, character drama, or a kid's comedy. The villain is forgettable, the humor often undercuts tension, and Lois Lane is barely in it. Instead, we get Lana Lane, played by Annette O'Toole, who's actually great. Her chemistry with Clark is genuine, and Smallville gives us a fresh setting. But it's a shame that Margot Kidder was sidelined due to off-screen producer drama. For all of its flaws, Superman 3 isn't a total failure, though. Christopher Reeve kills it, as usual. His portrayal of Clark and evil Superman is layered and emotional. The junkyard fight still holds up, both as a visual and thematic highlight. There's ambition in this movie because it wants to explore what happens when the most powerful man in the world breaks. It has committed to that tone for sure, and if it would have been a classic. Superman 3 is a mess, but it's a fascinating one. It's a comedy that forgets it's a superhero film, and it's a Superman movie that sidelines its most important characters, and yet it has moments of real brilliance. It's too goofy to take seriously, too bold to ignore, and if the whole film had matched the power of that junkyard scene, we'd be talking about this as one of the boldest superhero sequels ever. And that does it with episode 3 of The Last Son of Krypton. And next, we're headed straight into nuclear territory with Superman 4, The Quest for Peace. A film so bad it's almost ended the franchise forever. So with that, comment on your thoughts of evil Superman and subscribe so you don't miss the descent into cinematic madness. Superman lost his way, but maybe, just maybe, he found something worth fighting for again.